FL Studio is getting a brand new plugin called Spreader that is going to be super useful and just in general really good for your mixes. We're going to talk a little bit about what exactly it does, and then go into some examples of what it's actually doing better than some other options that you could currently get. Now, right now this is actually available in beta. You can go use this right now for the next version of FL. And in general, when this is released, it's going to be included in Producer Edition and above, which is basically everything except the cheapest tier of FL, the Fruity Edition. And we have a picture of it, and I'm going to be talking about what exactly this does now. So Spreader widens the stereo image of your audio without affecting its compatibility with mono systems. It says here, this means even if you listen to the audio on a mono speaker, or a system that combines stereo channels into mono, it will still sound good. Now, if you're familiar with music production to a degree, you've probably heard of, say, Dimension Expander as a plugin, also another one called Wider. Those do very similar things, and you can see what this plugin looks like, and we have some details about the controls. So first off, there is Spread from no change 0% to maximum stereo enhancement at 100%. So obviously you can crank that all the way to exaggerate the effect. There's also Separation, Merge 0% mono to separated at 100%. A feature that's really useful that I haven't really seen other ones have is low bypass. So it says that filters low frequencies from the stereo effect, useful to preserve the mono aspects of a bass sound where stereo spread is not usually desirable. This is what I'm going to be showing you in an example after we go through the rest of this quickly, because that's something that I have to do like this weird like workaround for usually, and with this plugin you're not going to have to do that anymore. There's also a mono button which collapses the low bypass signal to mono. This is useful for bass sounds to achieve a mix that will work on big speaker systems with mono bass channels. And you also have visuals showing you like the balance indicator to see how audio is distributed between the left and right channels. And it says on the master channel, normally, you'd want to keep the balance in the center when the whole mix is playing. So that is really good information. This plugin is going to be super useful, but if you don't know what exactly like a stereo spreader kind of thing does, I'm going to demonstrate that now over in FL. So we're going to demonstrate this on this bass sound I put together that sounds like this. So say you wanted some stereo on a sound like this. What we're going to do is use kind of what the standard is right now. This is Dimension Expander. We're going to over-exaggerate it a bit, just to make this very clear what it's doing. So right now, see, it's a little out of control because I've overdone it, but if we throw on a plugin to listen to just the sides, you're going to hear you've got bass on your sides now. This is usually a bad thing. Usually you don't want that. And the solution to maintain that effect for everything else, but get rid of it on like your sub information, is to, after your Dimension Expander, add an EQ, do a low cut below, say, like 150 or so, something like that. And then if you right click on this in Pro Q3, you could set it to side, and this is going to roll off all the side information. So now it's like this. And if you go back over to your plugin to listen to the sides, you're gonna hear now, it doesn't exist in the sides anymore. And that's good, that's what you want. But you see, that's just something that takes me a couple of extra steps. I have to add the Dimension Expander first, and then go and do that EQ thing every single time. With FL Studio's native one that they're adding now, there is a button that you could just go ahead and tweak it and like get rid of that effect below a certain frequency range. So you could say like below 150, don't do this, and it's just going to do that, and it's just going to be more efficient and smart. I think that's really nice. And it's going to sound like this. Dimension Expander is actually mono compatible as well. If I crank this all the way, so it just sounds like bad but very exaggerated. Now if we set this to mono, you're going to notice the effect just disappeared. That's good, that's what you want, because you don't want it to actually affect your mono signal. And that's how the new one's going to work as well. I hope that explained things a little bit. This plugin looks very promising, I can't wait to see it in action. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for future content from me. But thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.